How much does it cost to defend against a diminished value claim? Have you ever wondered how much it costs to defend against a diminished value claim? This is an important question for anyone involved in auto insurance. Let's break it down so you can understand the potential expenses involved. First, one of the main costs comes from expert appraisals and vehicle inspections. Insurance companies often hire professionals to assess the actual diminished value of a vehicle after it has been repaired. These experts look at factors like structural damage, repair quality, and even the vehicle's history. The cost for these appraisals can vary significantly, ranging from a few $100s to over $1,000, depending on the vehicle and the extent of the damage. Next, we have legal fees. If the claim escalates and requires negotiation or even litigation, the costs can rise quickly. Attorneys who specialize in insurance claims may charge hourly rates or flat fees. Legal defense costs can range from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands, depending on how long the case takes and its complexity. Another factor to consider is administrative and investigation costs. Insurance companies might spend money to investigate the validity of the claim. This includes collecting repair records, accident reports, and communicating with all parties involved. While these costs are often part of the insurer's overhead, they still add to the overall expense of defending against a claim. Sometimes, insurers may choose to settle diminished value claims to avoid higher defense costs. While this is not a direct defense cost, it does impact the total financial burden on the insurer. In the context of auto insurance liability coverage, diminished value claims are considered part of the liability defense costs. Insurers are obligated to cover the actual loss, which may include diminished value if it can be proven. However, many insurers challenge these claims because proving the exact diminished value can be difficult, and there is often a risk of inflated demands. In practice, defending against a diminished value claim means balancing the costs of expert evaluations and legal defense against the potential payout. Insurance companies often use standardized formulas or industry guidelines to assess diminished value, aiming to avoid unnecessary expenses. To summarize, the cost to defend against a diminished value claim typically includes expert appraisal fees, which can range from hundreds to thousands of dollars, potential legal fees from thousands to tens of thousands, and investigation expenses. The total cost will depend on the complexity of the claim and whether it goes to litigation. Insurance companies manage these costs carefully as part of their liability defense coverage.